Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video is working as expected. So I'm just gonna wait for incognito window to give me a feedback loop so I can hear myself and be sure that audio and video is working. So far all things are looking reasonable. I'm just optimistic here. Let's see. Come on. There is a lag of like 20 seconds or even more. Okay, as of now, I think all things are good, all signals are green, things are working. So let's get started. Now, again, this was a very hectic early year start. I had a lot of travel and as of now, again, knock on wood, I think I'm gonna be sorted for quite some time, should not have any travel for anything anytime soon should not be there. So there were 3 total travel. The last one was done. So first I went to Ahmedabad, which again was for Power On conference. I had to give a presentation on basically other stuff. So that was decent. And after that I went to Scale conference, which again you guys have been watching the video. Original plan was that I wanted to make a Scale video and then made a presentation, which again I did for last week. But almost out of the blue, this new travel plan going to Chandigarh University came up. Chandigarh University had a smaller AI fest, which again was a very, what you call, unwise decision, because at the same time, a biggest fest was going on, AI fest in Delhi, and they were doing the same thing. So it almost like, lost all of its momentum. But again, Ahiravat CEO wanted to go there, so he's like, okay, he dragged me there. So I was like, okay, cool, let's go. Let's see what's what. There, Bharat Mobility Expo 2025 January was there. I also went to IIT Kanpur. They also had a Tech Kriti Fest or something, 2024 or something like that. That also I went. All expos are done indoor because again, you do not know rain, you do not know sun. It does not require air conditioning, but it does need to be indoor. It cannot be done outdoor. And this was outdoor, harsh sunlight outdoor, and they did not even have a tent, like, okay, have a big tent. The booth that was there, that was also open. I'm like, at least cover the top of the booth, because again, that will still tire out the visitor, but at least it would be temporary. This was such a bad what you call organization. Again, it's hot, it's hot being exposed to that sort of sunlight for that long again. And even though on email it was like, you are selected out of this many candidates, there were almost all of the booths were empty. Not even joking, most booths were empty, like only some booth had some people. So, and again, in this sort of harsh environment, I was like, I was the stupid one who was there. Thankfully, we did meet some energetic youth, and I realized I'm getting old now. There was this guy who was helping us with our booth, and he was like, taking care of the situation, and it was like, damn, I used to be like that. Back in my days, I used to be positive, used to be full of energy. I was like, damn. That was the most shocking, understanding of that. So that was there and all that. What do you think about Golgotia University? Oh yeah, that's a very tragic meme. I feel sorry for her, that madam, that again, to be fair, you have to understand that if somebody for your job ever asks you to lie, be very mindful. Like, be very mindful. Very mindful. Like even though I'm working in CV engine, if somebody's like, okay, what's the number? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you because it's not third party verified. I'm not going to say, like, again, it's good. We are seeing the results. We are optimistic and all that. Science says it is. Simulation says it is. Early testing we did, it says it is good number. But we're not going to say it unless there is a third party stamp. So that meme was like very, again, there was another thing which, again, I do not know why people are so mad, because it was amazing. They were making a thermocol drone. Here's the deal. That's what Ukraine is doing. Not every drone needs to be made out of expensive material, because you have to understand that in wartime, all material becomes scarce. So even if you can 3D print it, you might want to 3D print something else. So for that time, like making drones out of cardboard is shut up, take money. I'm not joking. DRDO, I'm saying DRDO, DARPA is working on it. And be mindful, those drones have very small radar cross section, because radar wave just goes through it. So there are like a lot of serious money being poured into making this sort of disposable drone. So I do not know why people were hating that drone part. I'm like, dude, if they can actually make it, again, let's just say they made a mock-up, they did not flew it. They should say, but again, at that point, it's like, dude, you should fly it at least, because again, this is our thermocol drone. Say that, like, this is our cheap disposable drone, surveillance drone, cheap boom drone, whatever have you. But say that. It's awesome. It's like, GG, great, amazing. But like a lot of people were saying, like, the motors were like broken and all that. So it may be just a mock-up, which again, if it was a mock-up, I will be like, so that was there. But that dog was such a lame meme. You say sort of employment you are gonna need to be best of the best. Elaborate. So what do I mean by in the future you need to be best of the best? Here's the deal. Will AI take away jobs? Yes, it will. When? That's a long question. It could be 5 years from now, it could be 15 years, but it will happen. And again, it will happen inside a human lifespan, meaning children who are going into college right now, as in 2026, they are at worst risk. Why? Because here's the deal. Look into any sort of job market, any. Okay, I was 3D game artist. I have luxury of talking to people who work in basically programming and all that stuff, the infrastructure and all that, and engine, again, working on it. So I have certain, like, awareness. Now here's the deal. All newbies, when they get out of college, they think, yo man, I'm the GG, I'm the stuff, I'm the shit. Everything is awesome, but they get bitch slapped. The moment you get into like actual job, you get bitch slapped and you realize you do not know anything. And it's normal. It's almost like, flow of life. Things happen. Like everybody thinks, oh, I'm gonna like, break the system, be the badass. And then they're like, oh, we have deliveries. Oh, what do you mean we have timelines? Oh, what do you mean like it does not matter what we want to deliver, like the client decides what happens? Like, those sort of harsh reality bitch slap happens. So that is a very painful process, but it has to happen. You will be making almost no money and you have to be suffering a lot, and it's normal. It will happen. It will happen to all of you. But you're supposed to be a temporary, like, 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 maximum. Again, if you are stuck at that phase more than 5 years, you are doing something wrong. So 3 to 5 years, and then you become competent. Here's the deal. AI is reaching that level where instead of hiring someone and putting up with them, like again, from corporation point of view, it's very painful to hire an intern, because again, they know they are spending more money on him than they are generating from them. And it's normal. It is expected. It's like cost of running a business. But over time, they become competent. And in that competency, they make exponentially more, so everything is checks out. But AI can remove that. It's like, hey, why do you want to deal with incompetent human? Deal with incompetent AI. Because you can ask AI to redo the same code block hundreds of times. It will do that. So that's why you have to be best of the best. And here's the problem. Only few genius people are actually that good that the moment they leave the college, they are like, oh, I can easily do that. It's like, bro, me good. There are some people, of course, there are some people, but again, they are very rare. Those people still would be hired, but average Joe is like, he needs to go into industry, he needs to cook for like 5 to 8 years, then is going to become like, the gold. Yeah, they will be destroyed. Like basically the bottom rung. And again, that's how all pyramids are built. Pyramids are always thicker at the base. That's the whole point. You're going to hire thousands and thousands of interns, and then you're going to filter out like, quality or like, stuff, and then you're going to filter out more. So what if you cut out this whole part? That's the problem. So only exponentially capable people will be hired. It's like, yeah, we have like, the work you will do, the training we have to put into you, we can do that with AI. That's the dangerous part. That's why I keep saying that you need to be best of the best in order to get a job in the future. Again, not a big issue if you are already cleared that threshold, so to say. But again, everybody has to go through that. Right now, I know things. But again, I was alive at a time where I did not knew anything. And that's normal. That's supposed to happen. But again, AI starts at a point where it already knows something. And be mindful, as of now, in AI level, AI has still not reached a point where it does feedback loop correction. The moment somebody cracks that, I could not see even the best of the best able to maintaining a job. So that's the issue. Blue collar jobs are safe for a while. Robots are not ready. Again, who will pay for you? This is a what we call existential threat that nobody is taking seriously. It's basically like ignoring global warming. It's like, oh, who cares, the temperature? No, farmland will stop producing crops. You're gonna die of starvation. But people are not taking it seriously. AI is something similar. Like the hell of money that people are burning on it. And again, that collateral damage would be so significant. Companies have to downscale after that. And what will you do then? Like, it's almost like these billionaires are like, just like, I want my sixth yacht, humanity be damned. It's almost like that at this point in time. So that's there. Freedom. Dude, freedom is a concept, it's not reality. How to be more creative? My man, I do not know. I do not know. So only opinions to be best of the best of the otherwise cooked. Yeah. And again, you don't know how to be best of the best unless you get the cooking process. Only some people are like, and I mean some, I mean like a college or university will only make 1 or 2 a year. So US and Israel in war with Iran. No, I don't think so. Again, I could be wrong. I am hearing about it today only, so I could be out of date. But it's a minor hoo la 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 la. It's not serious. It's like we've been through this. Like, Russia-Ukraine war started World War III. Then this, like, Iran got boomed by, not sorry, Iran, Israel got boomed by Gaza. It was like World War III. Then America went kaboom on basically Iran, World War III. It's like, yeah, not happening. And again, I want that to be the reality where there is no World War III. Minor boom, bam, bim, no World War III. So that is there. I mean, if AI causes mass unemployment, most people can't keep up with it, then I guess the world doesn't need that much human, because too many unemployed folks with UBI will cause chaos. Again, it's a feedback loop that nobody is thinking through. Like, okay, you remove all many people, and let's just say you deleted these people. Okay, you deleted. Here's the deal: rich people can only exist as long as there are poor people. If there is no poor people, you are not rich, because now you have to, like, okay, Elon Musk now has to clean the toilet. You see the problem? So this whole structure, pyramid, can only function as long as the base is stable. Everybody's working their ass off to reach the base. I'm like, bro, without the base, there is no top. That's the part that I'm so worried about. It's like this hell like mindset where it's like, I'm gonna leech them, I'm gonna drain their blood. It's like, dude, you will not survive if you do that. It's like I'm pretty sure almost all cultures in the world have a story of, like, golden goose. Like, you're supposed to let the golden goose lay eggs. You're not supposed to cut its stomach open to get more eggs. You're not going to get anything. So that's what, it's collective retardedness. That's what happened. So, but servers running cost is higher than a junior. No, it's not. It's not. You are looking at AI training. AI running is not that expensive. Even the machines are not that expensive. It's not. What do you think of mechanical engineers in this AI era? Again, those are like not that comfortable, because again, right now there are two types of AI people. One who want to make contender class AI, as in like this AI does everything. There are other people who are smart, who are like, oh, we are not there yet. Let's make constraint AI, as in I'm gonna make an AI whose sole job it is to figure out fluid dynamics, figure out energy transfer between two fluids, basically heat exchanger. They made a rocket engine. That's the whole point. All they are focusing on just constraint. And there are some people who are like, okay, you're gonna make an AI that only does one thing: protein folding. You see, like the people who are constraining the AI, they are getting far more work done far quickly than what anybody else can do. And that affects everything. Whole field, every single sector. So that's the thing. Anything good to eat in Chandigarh? How was hotel and all? Again, this time the hotel was very, what you call, to the ground, and not bad, but not great also. Again, the Mumbai hotel was like, truly top class. So it was like, coming from there to this is like, ooh. But again, sometimes I have to remember, it's like, that's not my level. Like, I have generous people who like allow me to go to those hotels. I can't afford those. It's just like, I have to like come down, like, bro, come down. This hotel was more to up my level, but okay, cool, fine. Awesome. It was decent. It was decent. And your boy likes paneer paratha, and whole sect like Chandigarh paratha, GG. I was getting quality paratha. Your boy was happy with that. But don't you think a huge pollution will become a curse? I'm not talking about deleting people to zero. See, this is a delusion that I do not blame you. This lie has been told since, what is that? Malthusian guy. This brain damage retard, it's like, we've been through this. If you have small population, everybody rots. We've been there. That's history. Like, here's the deal. Most people have no context how many medical field exist right now. Basically, doctors who have to like, okay, I just specialize in lung cancer. Like, if I take that list, it's thousands, not one, not two, thousands. Now, that's just the doctors. If I go into medicine, tens of thousands. Now, if I go into basically the engineering, the mechanical part of it is like, making MRI and all that, that's hundreds. Again, that's why our quality of life is better than ever before. Like, we have technology, we have quality of life that kings did not had. Understand this. Like, here's the deal. If you watch any older movies where they are showing the royalty and all that, TV shows also, they always show royalties have to be pampered, right? They're like, okay, you do not have to, like, everything is checked, everything. Why do you think that? Even a minor cut, like, you're dead. You're dead, bruh. You're dead. Like, royalty had to be pampered that much, only then you can guarantee that maybe if you have 5, 6 kids, maybe 1 or 2 will live long enough. Maybe. And again, why our world feels bad? It feels bad because we got brain damage. Why we got brain damage? Because this overpopulation lie. It corrupted our sense of struggle into sense of curse. Basically, you're supposed to have a problem. You're supposed to solve that problem. Like, for example, again, I'm pretty sure you have watched at least some of my expo videos. There are companies who are trying to solve problems, right? But here's the deal. What if instead of solving, you start bitching? It's like, oh, what if there were no human? And again, you're like, okay, no, I just want to reduce population. No, you want to remove people because that's what you think. That's what you think. Like, more people equal more problem. It's like, no, people have problem. People are not the problem. People have problem. Solve the problem. Because again, our ancestor, as in just 1 generation ago, 2 generation ago, they did that. They had polio. So did they ran away? No. They were like, okay, let's isolate everything. A problem will be solved. No, they went face on, solve that problem. We solved it. Again, instead of solving that problem, it's like, okay, humans are like, expanding. That's causing global warming. Cool, awesome, GG, great. Solve it. Again, I know how to solve it. Engineers are working how to solve it. Who knows who's not? Public. Average one is like, wouldn't it be great if we just deleted? Everybody's like, okay, I want to delete someone else. It's like, dude, everybody starts to believe that nobody wants to have kid and everybody dies. We've been through this. This is history. Everybody will starve to death. It's like, you do not think about it's like how many trillions of manpower. And you're like, oh, but Europe is great. It's no, Europe is cheating. What Europe is doing is like, okay, we have like very good clothing line. We do not pollute our water stream because you are polluting Bangladesh water stream. You are cheat coding it. Oh, we have quality of life because China is manufacturing most of your stuff. If it has to be manufactured in Europe, you won't be able to afford anything. So that cheat code, but again, humanity as a whole can only grow as long as people grow. And again, that people will create problem. Awesome, solve it. That will create new problem. Awesome, solve it. That's the whole point of existence. This idea of like, wouldn't it be great if we did not have problem? It's like, no, that's death. That ideology is death. And I do not blame you because again, this was taught to you in your school. It's almost like teaching children in school that dam is a solution for everything. It's like, no, it causes droughts and it causes flood. And again, every time a dam has to be built, that's the first engineer they hire. It's like hydrologist engineers. Like, sir, how many quickly it will dry out the river? 30 years. But again, 30 years, your brain cannot comprehend. So it's like, who cares? Build the dams and now water is gone. Then it's like, what happened? But again, you taught children that dams are good, so they will never understand it. So this idea, like who are you or I to decide who gets to live or die? Because that's what you're asking. It's like, oh, they should not populate. It's like, who are you to do that? Again, for me, it's very simple. Everybody try their best and we're going to have problem and they're going to be awesome people who are going to solve the problem. And then we're going to have new problems and we're going to solve it. That's the whole point, the struggle. And again, oh, planet cannot sustain. How do you know what is the upper limit of planet? Because again, the retard who came up with this idea was like, 1 billion planet will be dead. Like India is like, bitch, please. China is like, bitch, please. 2 countries, I'm not even talking continents, countries are like, bitch, please. Bitch, please. And again, oh, India has problems, China has problems. No, we have corruption. That's not a problem. That's a human psychology issue. Like if anybody is starving in India, it's not because we do not have food. It's never that. It's simply we have corruption. Is mechanical safer than software? Nothing is safe, man. AI will take current conservative AI sector jobs, but new jobs generate because 20 years back, physical labor discuss. Bro, you are still making the same retarded decision where it's like calculator and AI are not the same thing. Calculator is a tool, AI is intelligence. They are not the same. This is the only thing we bring to the table. AI brings this, not this. Like a CAD, you still have to use it. If you type, like think in this way. if I am using a calculator app, right? Cool. If I'm using a calculator app, if I type a wrong number, calculator is not going to fix it. AI will. That's the difference. For example, if I'm like, let's just say, trying to create a formula of trying to calculate the volume of a cylinder, right? It's a normal formula. If you feed in the wrong value of pi, calculator will give you wrong data. AI will be like, I think you mistyped, pi value. That's the difference. AI has intelligence. That's what I means. Intelligence. It has this, again, rudimentary, but that rudimentary can do things that few years ago was impossible. And we have it right now. And you are like, okay, 50 years from now, it will also not. It's like, dude, we are literally replicating what goes on here. And again, that's the person who got Nobel Prize for AI. Why? He figured out how the mathematics, the neural network mathematics, he literally copy pasted that into the computer. And it's just Mach 1. Like these things that you are saying, it's your internal bias. It's your internal, what you call desire. It's like, oh, human will be superior. Because again, I'm old enough where people used to know like, oh, human will do the creative works in the future. Nobody talks like that. Why? Because AI the first missile they fired was on that, which everybody was like, oh, the creative work is so unique to human. It's like, and now boomed. That happened. Like, I'm old enough. Like, I'm barely, 33, 34? Like, that happened. Bro, grow up. That big population advantage was true in pre-AI era, not now. No. Again, you are choosing to cause harm to yourself. That's up to you. A civilization wants to commit a shift delete itself. It's its own problem, psychological problem, not an AI problem, not anything else. It's your problem. And again, who will AI sell service to if there is no people? Elon Musk is gonna like, okay, Elon Musk gonna go to Jeff Bezos and clean toilet? Like, think it through, man. Without population, there is no service market. There is nothing. We've been through this. Read history book. Like, people did not used to have clothes. Like, understand that. Like, we knew how to make cotton. We knew how to do that. We did not have clothes. Like, you did not like this luxury hairstyle. My mom is like 60, 65 years old. And again, she is from an era where her childhood memory, it's very clear that fruits and vegetable were seasonal. Like, you can only get this fruit and this vegetable in this season. It's not available 24/7. Like, right now, we do not think about it. It's like, oh, you want this vegetable? You can buy it 24/7 into 365. Like, it's not seasonal anymore. We have that much feed stock. It was just, again, my mom, like only 60, 70 years ago. And not even 60, like 50 years ago. Like, year round, all vegetables available year round. That was not there. It's here now. So isn't it terrifying for us, our education system plus AI? Yeah. Yeah. Again, the main issue right now is that the people who are in charge, they are very, what you call, burnt. They are hollow people, meaning they have no concept of legacy. All they want is like 7th yacht, 8th yacht, or just bigger number. Like, they do not have a soul left where it's like, dude, this planet has to belong. Like, they have the steering wheel, but they do not care. It's like, I don't care. It's like, bro, you're gonna starve to death. Who cares? Like, I'm gonna be rich. It's like that. And again, these are old people, and that's the scary part. If they are old, they genuinely do not care. Genuinely. Again, once I get old enough, it's like I will also not care. It's like, oh, who cares? So that's a very what you call dangerous part. Can AI become again? We do not have a good definition of conscious. So again, unless humanity had like multiple alien species to study, only then we could have figured out like what is the definition of consciousness. We have a test subject of 1. That's not useful. We can't justify it. Again, you can check competency, but we are good there. I saw your expert company making paint to cool so people don't die of heat stroke, but what about other IMP plants, animal, insect, other basic? If you reflect sunlight, and reflect 100% of sunlight and plus 1% of your energy, what happens to the planet? Planet cools down. And again, everything you are saying, they are solving it. Just if, again, let us just say I have a Thanos, every single painted surface becomes that white, excluding roads. Here's the deal, India's temperature will start to go down. Whole country's temperature will go, because again, sun is the primary energy dumper. If you remove that, you don't even need air condition that much. And air condition will work far more efficiently because the air temperature is really lower. Again, he saw a problem, he worked to save that problem. And again, you have a problem, you solve it. What is this bitching? Like, there is no point in bitching. Like, what happened to humanity? What happened to youth? Where it's like bitching is the step. Like, what? Like, you have a problem? Cool, awesome, GG, solve it. Like, why is, again, like I saw a company who was like, okay, India has plastic problem, right? Cool, awesome, reality. Again, my option is like, dude, just paralyzes it. But he's like, okay, we could make money if we could sort it out. Again, that's a problem statement. You will print money if you can sort out plastic. What did he do? Okay, crush it, have a AI, and have basically a lot of instrument, basically ultraviolet, infrared, and optical spectrum. So you analyze the whole thing, then you can sort out plastic based on the manufacturer. Basically, this is Bisleri bottle, it goes to Bisleri. This is basically Dettol bottle, it goes to Dettol. And that way, now you can print money from plastic garbage, reducing microplastic. You see, problem statement, solve the problem statement. Don't bitch about it. That bitching, like, take your brain, open the skull, take the bitching module, throw it away. Never bitch about a problem. Problem is to be solved. Again, a lot of problems I can come up with ideas, because again, I have the luxury of talking to so many smart people. So if you come up with a problem, I'm like, bro, I have this professor who is solving this problem. Oh, you have this problem. This is the guy, this is the email address solving this problem. Because again, I'm blessed in that regard. But again, you can be, you have to try to be. You have to be like, okay, this is a problem, cool, awesome, GG, let's solve it. If your answer is like, wouldn't it be great if people did not exist? That's what you are wishing. Lower population simply is that, because you are deciding, oh, his life is not worth it, their life is not worth it. I'm like, dude, neither you are God nor I am God. I'm okay with that. I'm like, okay, you have like, okay, this many people are having too many kids. Okay, what is the problem? Okay, problem is water. Okay, how do we solve it? Okay, you use low temperature thermal desalination. It does not destroy the environment, but gives you fresh water. GG. Do water recycling, reduces the strain on the system. Groundwater recharge. We have rain for 2 months. We should not have water issue. Again, problem, solution. Problem, bitching equals death. AI is intelligence or smart algorithm that can figure out new patterns like Google search engine giving. That's your brain. That's your brain. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, we literally copy pasted the brain algorithm in the system. And now only thing you can bitch, it's like you're, it's what we call moving the goalpost. Oh, AI could not, now it can do it. It's like, oh no, actually it can't do that. It's like 5 years ago, AI could not do anything. Now, oh, AI can't really program that well. It's like, see the moving goalpost? Now you're like, oh, it's just a smart algorithm. So is this. So is this. My brother says, make a t-shirt. Got a problem? Solve it. Don't bitch about it. I think I should. But it needs to be compact. It's like too long. Like, the statement has to be more compact. Again, so many people, it's like, oh, we have this problem. Solve it. Solve it. Oh, like for example, there are a lot of, again, I have this latest experience. If you watch few years ago video, there was a foreigner, I don't know which one, but there was a foreigner who was like, I used to go to India in 2000s. Airport was a mess. There was mosquito this size. That's why he was like, remembers, like, there was this size mosquito. But now I go, it's like, whoa, it's like Dubai. And again, Delhi airport is huge. I used the toilet was clean. How the heck we solved it? It's again now dealing with far more flights, now dealing with far more issues, and everything is better. Why? Because people saw the problem and they solved it. Usually, like, they're like, okay, how do you import, remove the people and import and what you call embark and disembark passenger. Okay, you put 3 layers. First, basically, when the passenger is docked to the sky bridge, they come out. They always go on the bottom floor. Okay, so that's how you disembark, and that's completely departure. Arrival is on floor on top of it. Same area, like think about this, like same land area is locked. So they're like, okay, what if we apply 3 layers to it? So upper layer is arrival. You go here, you go into sky bridge, you only go inside. Same sky bridge, when it's debarking, it's connecting to the second floor, debarking. Same surface area, solve the problem. How do you quickly load people? How do you quickly disembark people? Done. All weather, 24/7 operation. You see, you had a problem, you solved it. That's the whole point. Whatever 20% of jobs that will be left should be turned into 40% by reducing average work hours. Yeah, that's a clever solution. Again, in this regard, you have to understand. capitalism did not fail us, okay? Is greed got bit out of hand. The idea was with capitalism is like company will grow, your CEO will grow. What happened is like CEO is supposed to grow with people. For example, if your company started like, let's just say it's $1 million company, cool, awesome. If it becomes $1 billion company, as in like million, what is the multiplier? 100x? Okay, let's just go with 100x. It's supposed to be 100x multiplied by your CEO, 100x multiplied by your employees. So employees should also go up. Again, I'm talking employees. I'm not talking like, okay, the janitor and all that. And again, if they're good janitor, reward them also. But that was the whole point. Like, we give you time, you give us reward. As the company grow, what happened is like, okay, what if, hear me out. What if CEO grew 1,000 times and people became poorer? That's why world is breaking down. It's like companies are printing money. And employees are like, bro, you know the inflation is 5%. Why my increment is 3%? And your company is printing money. It's like, what the hell? That cheat code, that like, who was the president that made this virus? Reagan. Reagan was the president. He removed the, what you call, corporate tax. The golden era of America, it was corporate tax was so high, it made sense for company to, okay, we're gonna employ CEO used to be like 40 to 50x of the average employee, but they used to distribute the load. That's why like, see like how the heck in America the people used to be able to afford homes and all that, because again the money was distributed. If company made profit, it went to CEO and employee. What happens now is like company makes profit, it only goes to top 5%. Right now it's 1500x. 1500x, let that sink in. Meaning, what is the difference between Apple executive class versus Apple worker class? It's 1500x. That was never supposed to be the deal. That's exploitation. Like, basically, we made a good system. Some people realized, what if we F the public? That's why the system is breaking apart. Do you need to shave? Tomorrow I'll do. This time again, this cycle has been broken. Generally, I used to shave every Saturday, but like traveling and all that, so that's there. What you see future of computing, current prices, hike in AI, it will collapse. It will collapse. Maybe 10 years from now, 15 years, but it will. Because again, it's the same thing, housing crisis. It's like, yeah, you can charge whatever you want for it. People can't afford it. So at that point, it collapses. Wait, got a problem, solve it, don't whichever. At the time of AI, going to teach us where the face which we get. What I'm saying is having problem you solve where this AI is. AI will not create new jobs because people are not trying to do that. What people are trying to do is replace the jobs. That's everybody's trying to do. Oh, this will program for you, what you are saying. Like, think about it. Like, think about it. What are you doing? You are getting up off your bed and it's like, okay, I'm going to automate his job. Somebody else, I'm going to automate his job. Everybody is doing that. AI takes megawatts of power, while brain only takes 20 watt. Yeah, that's false. AI training takes that much data. That is factually true. But after you got the model, after you distill the model, that model can run even on your mobile phone if you want. Again, that's why I say like, everybody who's trying to make what we call contender class AI, that's the stupid one. The people who are making constraint AI, like AI that only does limited amount of things, they are making amazing. They are making Nobel Prize, man. They're literally getting Nobel Prize. I can't explain more than that. So is that training AI expensive? Again, it's the same. Like you get an employee, let's just say he's 20 years old. You are not looking at the energy cost of 20 years of raising that kid. That's why it looks, oh, it's cheaper. No, AI is the same. As you say, people solve problem in future. Maybe we have smart people, those who can solve AI problem. I hope so. I bloody hope so. Again, this is my limitation. I am wise enough to know that this could be my. I could not see how to solve this problem. Again, I deal with energy. I deal with invention and smart. I can that's my area. That's my domain. But if you're gonna ask how do we solve this problem? I'm like, I do not know. But again, I'm not delusional enough. Oh, it's unsolvable. It's like I can't solve it. That's not my area, that's not my domain, I'm not working on it, but somebody smart can easily solve it. If stupid people don't bitch, complain, how would smart people make solution? See, there is nothing wrong with that. It's just that making this change, this is a small change. People are the problem versus people have problem. You will notice that, like watch old movies, that was like people have this problem. Now it's like people are the problem. This change, that tiny change is what corrupted humanity. Capitalism did not fail us, we failed capitalism. Absolutely true. 100% true. That's factually true. Like this should not be capitalism where it's like, oh, the CEOs are making 2000x than money of the, dude, those employees, if they stop working, you die. You die, like you literally die. So we'll expand humanity into space and some new jobs sectors can absorb people into work. Again, humanity can only expand into space if there is a pressure. If there is like, no, we have to, again, that pressure is supposed to come from population. We poison the well so much that people don't want to have kids. If 90% people jobless means, again, you see, everybody falls into that. Like, you're thinking like a logical person. The people who are on top do not care. They do not, like, again, this is the one thing that I've noticed, like, they do not have understanding of legacy. They're just like big grand things rather than like what's the actual quality of life. For example, Elon Musk, humanity should go to Mars. I'm like, how about you allow your employees in SpaceX go to their family? How about that? No, 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 no. They should work. They should die here. Again, look into how quickly people burn out from SpaceX. Like, it's bad. Like, it's so bad, even Jeff Bezos is like, bro, whoa, whoa. But they're like, no, but we must go to Mars. It's like, no. If you do not have a good family life here, there is nothing, no reason to go to Mars. There is no people to send to Mars. There is nothing. That's that corruption. That's the issue. It's like the big grand thing is like, dude, that big grand thing is the result of the small. I keep saying, family is the cell of the country, civilization. If cell gets corrupted, as in like cancer happens to the cellular level, you're dead. It does not matter what you are doing on the other side. Is smart people make money, stupid people bitching out others, stupid people create some solutions. I do not care about communism because, again, I understand why people want communism. Again, I genuinely do. Everyone who wants communism, they know that communism will not bring prosperity. What it will bring is death to those who are in top. Again, humanity hates more than it loves. So, and again, what does it mean? That simply means if you tell us like, okay, work in capitalistic world and you will have a better life, but it will take you 40-45 years and you have to make so many right decisions to do that. Versus employ communism, everybody dies. I will choose everybody dies because I hate everybody else more than I love myself. It's a human psychology. Again, that's why I said, like, there is not a single technological limitation of humanity. Not a single one. It's just psychological. That's why, like, look into all religions. All of the religions have same concepts. Why? Humanity is the same. Blood is the same. Dude, we got 8 billion. No, we do not have enough. Earth, again, think of this way. We can grow all the food that 8 billion people require in less area than one continent. And I'm not even talking giant continent. 8 billion is nothing, my man. Nothing. 8 billion is nothing. Of course, they are all not on the same level, but that's nothing. Like 20-30 billion would be like warm-up point. It's like, whoa, whew, we are getting up. And again, we should not have done fossil fuel, right? We should not have done fossil fuel. And here's the tragic part. Rudolf Diesel did not do fossil fuel. Henry Ford did not do fossil fuel. We knew not to do fossil fuel. Directly or indirectly, we knew we should not do that. And we are like, I'm just waiting like in future, someday, hope, knock on wood, that someday when I'm old and all that, people will look into my videos right now. It's like, oh, bro was talking about the same thing. Like how, although it took longer, if you look into early refrigeration, we used to use hydrocarbons. We used to use CO2, ammonia, hydrocarbons, and then we replaced all of that useful thing with garbage known as hydrofluoric carbon and what is that? HFC? Hydrofluoric, HFC. Hydrofluoric carbon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hydrofluoric carbon or HFFCs or something like that. So these poisonous things, we literally created these poisons rather than we having the solution. And now we are going back to, oh, ammonia is coming back. See, not even coming back. People are saying it's a new technology. I'm like, bitch, it was 1855. We had it. 1855, we had it. So we are literally going back to that. So same thing will happen, like Rudolf Diesel started it and people will did the fossil fuel brain damage, and then in the future it's like, look, we are growing the fuel that we are consuming. So it is solar energy converted into chemical energy and no carbon dioxide poisoning. And people who do not read history, they'll be like, oh, amazing. And Rudolf Diesel will be like, I was there, bruh. I did it. Peanut oil. I did it. There was no diesel. Like, diesel is based on my name. There was no diesel. Chlorofluorocarbon, yeah, CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. why we have emotions. Again, evolutionary selection. If America actually have democracy, they would have solved job scarcity, make a public. Again, if you contaminate the intelligence aspect of humans, you contaminate the source. You contaminate the family unit, there is nothing left. I keep saying that, like, you can keep going this and that. If family unit is intact, the organism behaves logically. Corrupt the family unit, everything falls apart. That's what has happened. What about future of space? Can AI affect the sector? Of course it will. USA attack Iran to save normal people, but they will not do anything for North Korea. Yeah, that's what we call nuclear deterrent. And again, North Korea is not close enough. If North Korea was in the same place as Venezuela, it would like, brah, it's too far. That's why. If it was close enough, they're like, brah, nah, nah. Like Cuba also tried to get nukes, and it's like, nah, nah, brah, nah, nah. They're just like, no. It's like, mine is bigger than yours. No. Cuba tried that. Like, again, North Korea is far. That's what you have to understand. That's why. And again, what you call this Soviet Union pampered it too much. Too much pampering. Or if not possible, then universal income only option. Again, maybe. Earth can handle much more people. Food never a problem. There were other solution. Of course, see. Again, right now, nobody is in India starving because we don't have food. We waste food that can feed millions. Waste meaning people knew that I'm supposed to eat it, they threw it away. That's how much food we are throwing away. There is no problem with the food. Not a single problem. It's just corruption. Again, corruption is not scientific problem. It's not mathematical problem. It's a human psychology problem. Try to solve that. You were in Chandigarh. I was in Chandigarh University. I missed the chance to meet you. Again, there is no reason. EV versus hydrogen is like Rita versus Rita. No, see, EV is very logical. Very logical. All you have to do is realize that people open their mouth more than they actually use. So what does it mean? Make an electric vehicle, okay? Normal electric vehicle, do not give stupid battery. Just give a very small battery, like let's say 33 unit battery, okay? Cool, awesome. Just put a small engine. Don't put frunk. Like, okay, we have front. No, put a normal engine there, as in like generator, range extender. Basically, electric vehicle range extender. 99% of the time, people will be fine with electric vehicle. Once in a while, when they have to drive very long, drive. The end. That's EV makes far more sense. Hydrogen, yeah, hydrogen we have been trying from 1833. We used to call it gas battery. Like again, hydrogen is the most hilarious part to me. It's like new technology. I'm like, bitch, Bosch made it and sold it. The current James Bond that retired before that James Bond. Brosniak, that was his name. The like Tomorrow Never Dies. That James Bond, he introduced a hydrogen burning fuel car. People forgot about it. It's like James Bond announced it, man. It's like introducing world's first hydrogen car. It's like James Bond is like, bro, I'm alive, man. This time I'm super busy, so haven't watched any notification. Such is life. Things happen. Again, who am I joking? Like there won't be any video next week because oof, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I might try to do live streams, but it's gonna be tough. Most rich countries have broken family unit that encourages other country for it. Let's see. Chandigarh University, CU, Chandigarh University, I remember CU. Is AI capable of making highly advanced technology? In protein folding, it is already doing that. Again, it is already making jet engines and rocket engines. It's already reached that point. Already. That's why I say like people who are making AI that is contender class, they are not making progress. People who are making constraint AI, it's like only do this. Only. Like do not try to do everything under the sun. Just do this. They are the dangerous one. But people smoke DC fast charging where EV not good, EV good for home charging. Again, you have to remove subsidy, that problem will solve itself. And again, I'm trying to solve that problem myself. Edison Motor is trying to solve it. Thomas EV is trying to solve it. Like again, enough people are trying to solve it that I have some faith, some of us will succeed and it might work out. Again, I have faith. Other than that, I have nothing else. But if people are like, what if like, that's up to them. Like, see, I can solve the problem. I can give you the solution. You have to implement. If somebody implements it, and again, how much love and attention Edison Motors are getting. And I mean, from the governmental level, that shows me that not everybody is cuckoo, and especially the people who are actually using the tool, they're like, yeah, no. So that's there. LLM are not contender class AI. I never said it is. I am saying that people are trying to make it. That's the part. Any book reading? No, no. I have like, I think I have few pages left on one last my book, and I haven't finished it. We'll see. We'll see. Yesterday, Rocket Lab did not launch, but last video was cut at last because some security reason. Could be. I think they were trying to launch that hypersonic glide test vehicle, right? So something like that. Yeah, I think gut problem, great, solve it. I think that should be the line, you know. Gut problem, great, solve it. Like there is this meme. I'm not sure whether it's a meme or not, but it's there in the Sherlock Holmes, that 3 episode per season UK one. Benedict Cumberbatch, he's like, you know, that army general got stabbed through the belt, and he's like, you know, he's outside his room and he's like, you know, you are a drama queen, you like the problem, this is on, solve it. I want that as a meme format, like solve it, solve it. Monroe Electric must be video. Yeah, identify, solve, evolve. Too much better, too much better, too much better, too much better. People aren't understanding Jack. No, see, it's, see, I can't say that is true, because again, a lot of people are falling for that. That is true, absolutely true, factually true, but a lot of them are not. Again, Nobel Prize, lot of Nobel Prize, not one. I'm pretty sure 3. We have 3 Nobel Prize in recent years with AI being like, you know, constrained and only focusing on one thing. 3. So some people are like, you know, again, a lot more are trying to like, what if we have this AI that does everything? It's like, what if you don't? What if you don't smoke cocaine? What is that? Like, for example, video. AI can't make a video because there is no 3D geometry to it. Now, how will AI solve it? Right now, hold on, this one. Yeah. So this is how game engines work. Basically, they have a geometry, and geometry, what does it mean? It only has rotation points. So each of the mesh does not change. There is points here, they rotate, which we'll call rotational data. So everything you see will be done like, that's how game engines work. But here's the deal, that has limitation. So if you fold the hand, this cylinder will remain the cylinder size. So you have to have muscle geometry inside it. That geometry deforms how it's supposed to deform. Then you get the like, you know, realistic folding, and that's how movies are done. Like whenever you are looking game engine has this basically pivot points that are rotating. That's game engine. So they will have bone, and again, bone is just for computers. It will just have rotational data. Cool, awesome. Now when you compare that to, basically this is how characters are done. When you are looking into, there's supposed to be a GIF, why it's not moving? Anyway, so this is what, whenever you're looking into game geometry, that's what it is. Just those green lines, I'm not sure whether it's clear or not. Those green lines are the pivot points, and then you have skin weightage into that, but it's not real because again, it's hollow. But if you look into, this is how movie animations are done. Basically, they have a geometry, bone, like actual bone geometry is built. Then you build muscle geometry, and muscles gets the processing. It's like, okay, if this axis is folding like this, the muscle is supposed to swell like this. That's how you make movie geometry. So when Hulk does this, like in the Avengers movie, you must have seen like Hulk has like, you know, this sort of motion. How they are doing it? The bone will not do that. So what you do is build bone structure, build muscle structure, build skin structure, then animate it. Then it goes like, that happens. So if somebody became smart enough, it's like, okay, use Blender, open source and all that. Use Blender, 3D engine, and just constrain it. We are only dealing with people, like, you know, people making love-making sessions. So only focus on that. It's like, okay, make a human geometry. Again, don't even make a AI, just make a AI that talks to an engine. The engine will make it's like, okay, what do you want? You want like, you know, Asian, you want Caucasian, you want this or that, this hair color, all that. It will make the geometry. Okay, the most expensive part computationally for the animation industry is rendering. Don't render it, just use this level, and after this level you, yeah, so this is what you can do right now in Unreal. But again, it's a rendering real time, it's very expensive computationally, but you can have low poly mesh which just creates the blocking, okay, and then give that to AI, paint over it. then like again, at that point, we cannot tell the difference between a real and AI footage. Right now, the easiest way to make sure your security camera footage cannot be like, doctored, just have two security camera from two different angle and two different brands. You cannot rotate camera angles in, what you call AI footage, because again, there is no geometry there. So like pay attention to the like see this muscle growing up. That's how it works. So nobody is doing that in AI right now. So all the nano banana and this and all, it's just hallucinating the whole thing. That's why you can't edit it. But if somebody figures out like, okay, what if I give it blender access? What if I'm constraining it? Okay, we are only dealing with people, not even cats and dogs. Of course, grow over time, but only people. Okay, then make the skeleton. Constrain it, like, only do these things. Do these things so well that everything else become easy. Like look, this is the best example I've found so far, where you can easily see like how the muscle is inside the main geometry, and that is deforming, and that's how you're getting the skin push effect and all that. Again, that's the difference between movie animation versus a gaming animation. I forgot I used to be a game artist. Yeah. You will eventually become master of, yeah, that's a 50s to 60s. Yeah, because again, before this guy, what you call Reagan, they had such a high corporate tax. Companies were not for shareholders. Companies were for the employees. Employees were rich. Like imagine like how the heck it's logical that your company is making billions of dollars of profit and your employees are starving to death. How the heck that's possible? It's not. They're just like, what if we leech them? It's like, obviously Mark 1 product will be bad. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, after 1 year of college, I got a job of 4.6 lakhs per annum. How much is that per month? I'm bad at mathematics. Let me bring out calculator. Your boy is taking out calculator. 4.6. Ooh. Not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, if you're in big city, you're dead. But like in small city, it's not that bad. Small city, not that bad. Got problem solved. May problem then solve it, become billionaire. Yeah, that's also true. So long time seeing I'm busy. Yeah, that's normal. Eventually is the keyword, but I'm and maybe also act in pyramid CEOs below workers. And I heard Microsoft launched tool that can generate 3D models from image. Yeah, there are a lot of people I've watched mindfully. Long time seeing your office is like fascinating. This is so fascinating. Where do you search this? Google, I want to see. Yeah. It's like you guys keep forgetting. Your boy knows things. Your boy knows things. I know things. Lots of things. Just I don't know how to make money. But other than that, everything else, I know. That's the whole thing. But again, the moment somebody figures out how to give 3D geometry to a game engine or even Blender, let's just call Blender to a AI, yeah, corn industry will go kaput. Because again, you can make sure the camera angles are exactly right. It's like, no, 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 that camera was blocked. No, no, move the camera. So somebody can easily sit down and it's like, okay, whatever actress you want. And again, AI can reverse engineer this part far more effectively. It's like, let's just say you want whatever actress you want, all the footage. We already do that. But again, right now we are not making a 3D geometry out of it. But if you make a 3D geometry, you can render it. You can render as in like AI render it, simulate it, move it. And again, you will have like full conformation. Right now, a lot of people try that now, like facial replacement. It does not look right. Why? Structure is not matching. So to match that, like, where the porn star is matching the actress, it has to be almost same, like, both have to be blonde, both has to be similar age, both have to have similar, like, almost doppelganger. Only then, like, facial conversion does work. So this will solve that issue. NVIDIA will cook in video model in future. Yeah, I'm again, NVIDIA is far more wiser than what people give credit, because again, that was the wisdom that they are utilizing for their real world physical AI. It's like, we're gonna make a simulation engine and you will train your robots in the simulation before you upload the code into the main system. So they are very, what you call, wise. Mile high club. In simple words, we are done. Yeah, sort of. AI gonna make us say file draw artificial organs and minimum problems of spacious. Yeah. Again, you can easily see like a lot of people who are making like 3D geometry. This is how I know like who is an idiot who is like actually know what they are talking about. Whenever they're like they're making a like a group of people, a family, and all that, and kid model is just adult model scaled down. It's like that's not how kids work. Kids joint length is different. Like if you look into a baby, if baby does this, there is no gap, but we have gaps. Why? Because this length grows over time. So head is more or less the same proportion, but this body proportion changes. And again, as an artist, that was taught to us, so I know. But it's like fundamentally, you have to know these things. And again, AI can do that. Like I'm just almost wishing that nobody cracks it, because if they do, I will be out of a job. Although to be fair, what I actually do, even AI is having a hard time to do it. Like I'm not joking. Like this optical company, I asked like I'm pretty sure I asked 2 3 AIs. It's like what is the they have optical processor. It's like no, they can't have optical processor. That's just like no. And it's like no, it has optical processor and all that. I looked, I did my study and all that. It's like oh, they just have interposer that is vertical rather than lateral. I was like oh. So I do realize. There are a lot of what you call use cases where that people say no, like AI is very wrong with confidence. I had that experience. What's the chance of communism in India? I do not know, man. I do not know. What about copyright? Hollywood studio assemble against AI currently against? Yeah, no. They're gonna be dead before they even fight for it. Harmful active. Yeah, this is the most frustrating part. It's like YouTube is distorting my videos, man. Like YouTube, you're supposed to know how to keep a file from bit rotting. A lot of my old videos got bit rotted, man. Like, I have to say, like, I'm reaching a point where I realize that I have worked enough, learned enough that I need stage 2 of my life. Like, and again, today, this February, I think today is 28, right? Last day. Yeah. So today is almost 5 year anniversary of my biggest mistake in my life. Why don't you can't re-upload the same video in the same tag. It will create a new video. If you do new, and again, I'm not even sure I have that file. Again, that's why you need to have an NAS and you have to store it and all that. So it's like, not sure about that. It would be more logical to remake it. So again, YouTube does not give you that option where it's like, okay, this file is there, go and replace the file. Again, you can trim it, but you cannot edit it. You can block some areas, you cannot edit it. And again, I understand why it is. So it's like, if upload something very horrific, get a lot of engagement and then replace it with something normal. It's like, people will cheat it. So I understand why YouTube is doing that. But again, like how the heck you got bit rot, man? Talk about Iran US war a little bit. Again, I have not looked into it. I'm sorry. Like, again, today I was just like going into market, doing some shopping and like just resting. So that's just there. You don't store locally all your videos. I can't. I don't have that many hard drives. Like I do have files. I'm not sure how many files are intact. I have it. It's like, just can't, physically can't. Like I would need multiple terabytes, like 10 terabyte or something like that. Again, I did build a NAS, but just don't have the money for hard drives. And again, right now, what is the hard drive price? HDD, let's just look into HDD, shipping. Over 4 terabytes. Ooh la la. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, that's not happening, my man. Yeah. No. Can't afford it, man. Like, I have the NAS. Like, I'm standing on top of it. Like, can't have it. Can't afford it. Okay, this company is trolling. It's like almost 6,000 rupees for 4 terabyte. That's too low. That is too low. For Seagate surveillance drive, that is too low. That is too low. That is too low. Oh, there was this key tag. I saw that key tag in Instagram. I'm 99% sure it's a scam, but like I ordered it anyway. Might as well try it. My sweet child, Hollywood only controls what happens in USA. They could not control basically TikTok from using copyrighted music. They could not do that. Do you really think they can control every single country? And again, when it comes to corn, it's everybody's business. Everybody's local computer will do it. Don't worry about it. Did you try tofu ever? Tofu? No. Is it blender? I think this one looks like blender. Could be blender. Again, Hollywood laws and regulation, they are just for USA. And again, they tried their ass off to block TikTok from using copyrighted music. TikTok said, F you. TikTok did that. And they still could not able to, blockade it. So trust me, it's like sometimes people get overexaggerated. Like some technologies are like what you call too disruptive to be blocked, so to say. And again, isn't like OpenAI directly working with Walt Disney in order to make sure that Disney IP is copyrighted? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like it can't. And again, when it comes to corn, people have determination. People gonna work their ass off. You don't have to worry about it. In that department, people are like, I'm gonna work. Anyway, this was an interesting live stream. I'm gonna take my leave with you guys, and hopefully next week we'll have some live streams. Again, I do want to put something in my channel rather than letting it off for 1 week. But anyway, we'll see you guys when I'll see you guys. Bye. I have to invert it. Where's my mouse? Yeah. Okay, bye.